Aprovechar un poquito. Eres la primera persona que entrevisto.
Me siento privilegiada.
Fui yo. Ahora yo estoy nervioso, A ver. Bueno, pues estamos entrevistando, no, es una charla, ¿no? A Nerea Carrion, que ha hecho ya 4 compañías. Ahora mismo vamos a terminar un workshop, un taller de speakers.
Impromptu speaking.
Impromptu speaking.
Hablar
in English.
Speak on the spot.
Definitely. And wait, we're still going to do it in English, isn't it?
Lo hacemos en español, ¿verdad? Empieza otra vez. Lo cortamos. Está grabando, ¿no? Déjame que lo compruebe por si acaso.
¿Sí? ¿No?
Sí, está.
Sí.
No, es que no sabía terminar. Sí, está, sí.
Okay. Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be speaking with the amazing Nerea Carrion. She has been a speaker now for how many years?
2 years.
2 years, there you go. And we just finished a workshop. Speaking impromptu, is that right?
Impromptu speaking?
Impromptu speaking, that's right. You just come here, you have fun, you speak, you get all your all that negative stuff away, and you come here and you realize who you are really, and I think you will be benefited from it if you come here. So, and that's what today I'm actually making an interview for you, and I decided to make an interview for you guys as well, because this is very important. It's going to change your life for sure, or it's going to be something push that you need to make it a better one. So
anything can change your life, right? Anything if you want it to be changed.
There you go.
Nothing happens if you're not open to change it.
So listen to her, she's the good one. Well, the Happy World Company, why do you make that thing?
The Happy World Company, okay. Well, this was my 4th project. And before this I started other companies. But on the way I realized I wasn't that passionate about it. So I always had on the back of my head the Happy World Company, where I would be running workshops to help people find their passions, build confidence, and similar things like, for example, NLP coaching, because for me, I experienced a massive change on myself. So I always had in the back of my head to do something about it, to share with people what I learned. Because what happens when you feel so good about yourself, when you feel so good about your own change, you want to share it. So that was my first reason why I really wanted to change it, because I was in the past I was in such an insecure and unhappy place. Yeah. So you know, when you get to the point where you actually feel good about yourself, you've improved your confidence, you feel that life has more to offer, when you find that, you kind of want to share, you want everyone to feel the same. Yeah. So the first thing was the need of sharing, and of course being in one of the biggest financial programs in the world really also inspired me to do it, because trust me, there was not a lot of smiles in that place. So I thought I need to do something for this, with this.
Yeah, you actually have this smile thing. Can you kind of
Yes, yeah, there's a kind somewhere there in my back. So yeah, the Just Smile initiative, guys, this is about smiling to random people, and you know, when they smile you back, you give them the card, and this card really, how everything started, it started in the tube. You know, when you go to the tube and everything is so boring, and like everyone is trying, exactly, and everyone is kind of avoiding your eye contact. Yeah. And if you do it, they avoid you. So I thought, okay, let me try something, let me smile to people, because when I'm there and I don't want to read, I don't want to sleep, I don't want to look at my own, you know, notes or just look at my phone, I rather to interact with people or to do something or just to smile to someone. So I tried, and then I realized that 90%, even more, 95% of the people that I smile to, they smile me back.
Okay.
So I thought, this is beautiful. Maybe I could create a chain of smiles.
You know, actually about the smile, I realized myself when I go to the interview that dependent, that you were saying it before, Like you go to a place, I get there and train, and no one is doing anything. But depending on what you want as well to see, you can create that. Like I think people
you
forget.
can project yourself differently so to get something.
Isn't it? Like people forget that they are also creators. They're not just there to just go somewhere else, but you with your life, you with your attitude, you with your way of being can make a massive change into people's lives. Yeah. And I just love it, this one thing. I actually went for it and I just love it. It was great.
Yeah, so we give cars to random people and we create a chain of smiles around the world. That's the idea. And that comes from my happy mind, I guess. Around my happy world. That's what happens, you know, when you actually can imagine a happy place, you try to make it happen instead of just waiting for someone to
smile. It's saying like, oh, this is just great, I don't want to be here. Well, create a good place then.
Yeah, you have to create it, exactly. Yeah. So this is about creating a better vibe anywhere you go, in the tube, and also to push your comfort zone. So there's a lot of benefits about that, right? I love it.
Actually, we'll try to upload this video tomorrow, so you guys can come.
Oh yeah,
Friday 6, isn't it?
Yes, it's once a month on Fridays at 6 o'clock. We meet in Liverpool Street area and we go around London. So it's once a month. It's free, totally free. I pay for it, you know. My pocket money.
She has a lot of money.
I'm rich. But but yeah, I pay for it because it's something that I enjoy doing, and I've always wanted. I mean, I do it because I do it for myself, and if some people want to join me, happy.
Awesome. So tell us how did you start? Like, she also had a YouTube account. Obviously, what's the name again?
Yeah, it's Nerea Carrion.
Okay.
So
very
you just Google me and everything will come.
You will find. And she has the first time that I actually saw her, I think I saw you already. Like you were there saying some speeches from your bed. I don't know, so far. On your computer, I think maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I was like, who's that girl?
Yeah.
And I cannot subscribe to you.
Yeah, I've got 100 videos. Some of them are homemade, so.
Yeah, just on the spot.
Yeah,
Let me do it.
Let's make a video now. I just do it. Yeah.
You have to do like that.
I'm getting it slightly more professional now with professional cameras, but I still like the homemade ones, so I might leave them. Yeah, it's like this is me, guys.
Yeah.
So.
And I didn't like follow you until a long time later on. I saw you again, and when I saw you again, you were in the train. You were going in the train. You were like, hello guys, so today I'm gonna be like doing things. Don't get afraid, I'm not crazy.
Yeah. I was doing speaking. Yeah, I was doing speeches in the tube for the simple reason that I wanted to give myself a challenge.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, what I love doing is inspiring people, giving talks, and running workshops. So you know, once you overcome the fear of public speaking, which was one of my biggest fears, I thought, okay, now that I'm kind of getting better at it and I feel better at it, how can I challenge myself? I'm always looking for challenges, and I always encourage people to do it. So if you're listening to me, what's your next challenge? And so that was my challenge. My challenge was, okay, now let me try do it in the tube, because trust me, it's a big challenge.
Yeah, I will be like this scared to do that.
So after that, I realized that it's possible. I did it. People was clapping. So it was an amazing experience that I would recommend to anyone. Now I do a workshop where we go and do it. So just ask me about it if you want to. But that was a challenge. That was a good challenge. And I just believe that we all need some challenges constantly to push our comfort zone, to grow. And when you do that, suddenly you expand and you feel like you can do more.
Especially when you had like a positive reaction.
Yeah, exactly. You're like,
this dude was going to be negative.
Exactly.
Positive. Like, wow.
Definitely. Yeah, I was so scared, but then people was clapping me and saying well done, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't expect that. Yeah. Exactly. I expected people to be like, oh, come on, fuck off.
But so tell me one time that you said like, something bad happened, like after you challenge yourself and something went wrong?
Many times, like sometimes when I give this card, they don't take it, you know, they reject it. Or I remember when I was doing the speeches, some people were standing up and changing the place to not listen to me.
Wow.
So of course you get bad reactions, But then you build yourself strong when you do that. You build yourself stronger because you're getting bad reactions, and your brain understands that nothing happens after that. You're still alive. So that's why it's good to put yourself in difficult or painful situations, because you learn that it's okay. You can live with it. So yeah, many times I've got rejected and
you grew up yourself.
and it's painful though. It's painful. It never feels good. But then you, as I say, you just become stronger.
So tell us about that process. Like, how do you kind of like get to that still mind when you say, "Oh, it's okay." Then, let's think about like someone who is like very afraid, very self-conscious, and they're like, "I don't want to do that." How do you tell that people to kind of push a bit more themselves?
I would tell them to find smaller steps. So, for example, if the challenge is to overcome the fear in public speaking in front of 20 people, start with 3 people, start with 2 people, start with 1 person. Because it's about finding that way, your own way. Because some people is not afraid to speak to 20 people, but maybe it's afraid to speak to 500, right? So maybe you need to start stronger with 100 or whatever. So, or maybe your challenge is not to speak in front of people, the fact of speaking, but maybe your challenge is to sing in front of people, right? Whatever is your challenge. I mean, it depends, right? What are you doing for yourself in life, and where do you want to get? What do you need? What are the skills you need to get there? Okay. If you need to push your comfort zone and you need to improve your skills in something, then you're gonna have to find a way of getting there without being too painful in the way that you can't do it. So you wanna, because sometimes we have big challenges that they stop us to do it because it's too big. So it's just about finding those small steps that are gonna take you there. So finding the next little challenge that is gonna help you go for the next challenge, but not go for the last one, if that makes sense. Okay. Find that little step.
Okay. And for example, when you are actually, I remember now that you have like some videos saying about death. So how would you say actually? I'm not saying you're gonna die.
About death, yeah.
How do you like think about dying? Like, are you feeling more in like, so like you're now here, okay? Yeah. And what you want to accomplish is like somewhere in the future, right? Yeah. But how do you cope with that fear of dying? How do you manage that?
Okay, yeah. I think I always encourage people, or encourage myself, to live more the present, so to be more present and to do things that you enjoy today. In my Facebook profile, you can see a cover that says "Enjoy Today."
Oh yeah.
That is the way you overcome the fear of dying. Because if you enjoy today, you forget about dying, first of all. But secondly, even if you die early, you feel that you've done your best to enjoy your life and to do your best. So if you, obviously it's not about living life thinking you're gonna die tomorrow, because that would be bothering, that would be a bother. But if you can remember that to motivate yourself, that makes sense. And again, it's not about, some people think, oh, there is reincarnation, right? Some people think you're gonna go to the sky. Whatever helps you to deal with life better, that's fine. It doesn't matter what. As long as you find that thing. For me, in my case, my way is, oh, I know I'm gonna die because everybody died, so I need to accept this as soon as possible. So I accept it, and what I do is I do my best to enjoy what I'm doing, to do what my heart tells me to do, instead of just following the crowd, following what everyone is telling you to do, where it doesn't make sense to me. So I try to make sense of my own thinking and make it happen as soon as possible, as quick as possible. But again, enjoying today and being present today is, I would say, is the key, because if you die tomorrow, you're like, well, I've lived fully anyway, so fine.
Live fully, guys.
Yes, live fully, and it's about being there, being present here.
So actually, So what would you say then to a 5-year-old back in time, Nerea, when you were like maybe started? No, when did you start actually? 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So when you started 2 years ago, what would you say to that Nerea? You would be like, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Oh,
you
right,
do this.
yes.
So what would you say?
I would say be patient. Yeah, I would tell myself be patient. Never forget that. I would say sometimes you need to lower your standards to get far away or to be successful, because I remember my first year I thought, you're doing really bad. You are not talking to 100 people. What are you doing? I thought. I was really punishing myself. That was my goal. In 1 year I wanted to be Tony Robbins. So like, I was like, maybe you need to, go down a little bit, be patient and enjoy the process more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we go back to the same place, enjoy the process more and be happy with what you have, and of course always wanting to grow. So that would be a tip or an advice that I would tell myself, or something that I would remind myself. Also, I would say, in terms of business, focus more in finding the right people to work with, instead of working with everyone that comes to you. Because the first year I was working with everyone, and a lot of people will waste your time. So you want to filter people more and
so
say.
How would you like maybe filter that people?
I guess you have to have clarity in what you want, in what you're looking for. What kind of person do you need next to you, or as a partner, or depending what's the role, to work for you or with you. What kind of person, and then.
So is that maybe like aligned with your vision or?
Someone that have similar beliefs, or at least that have a similar vision, or they want to get to the same place. Because if you try to work with people that don't care about your business or don't care about what you're doing, it's not gonna work. Even if you pay them, it's not gonna work. So you wanna find people that is in a similar boat to you, so that you can move forward.
So just to finalize, because I know you have to go.
Yeah.
I have to go as well. Who has to go? Like, say, how would you describe yourself? Like, who is Nerea?
That's a good question.
What do you want? Like, what's up with Nerea? Who's Nerea?
I think Nerea is a crazy Spanish lady that is going for a big challenge, and lots of people will never understand why I do what I do,
and that's okay as well, isn't it?
And it's okay. I've got to the point where I don't really care that much anymore. I used to care. Oh my God, people, but now I'm like, I understand myself, and that's enough. And even if you look at my Facebook, you might not understand, because I post so many different things all the time. That is me, and I don't expect people to understand. So I would say, I'm a very creative, passionate person that really, actually, I enjoy what I do so much. But I'm also conscious that if I don't put the things in my life that I enjoy, I don't enjoy it, right? And I don't have fun, and I don't feel good. Mm-hmm. So I'm very conscious about that, and I have to be very careful, because I can get very bored very easily. Okay. So I have to always be like, what I'm doing, checking what I'm doing. Am I enjoying this? So double checking, because very easily I can get into that place where I'm like, so whatever. So okay.
So that is Nerea, amazing person, has a great vision. You want to know more? This is the website, which is
www.thehappyworldcompany.com, or you can visit my personal website, which is nereacarrion.com.
Awesome. So guys, keep in touch, and you will be the next one probably. So take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, well done.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he was